it's Amanda here. Thank you so much for joining me today for our second video in this series about infertility. It's the reason why I wanted to start this channel, and you will hear from Tannon later on in some of the other videos that talk more about couples and how to handle this in your marriage. But that will come at a later date. So today's topic is going to be infertility, what you want your friends to know. So go ahead, get comfy on the couch, grab your mug of coffee, and let's get started. Alrighty, so I want to make this short, quick, and sweet so you can get back to doing whatever you were going to do. But first of all, I want to say that if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you like what you see, give us a like. And if you are subscribed, you will get a notification whenever we post the next video. And if you like it, that's just awesome because that just says that you like what you saw. So let's dive into this list. And if you're somebody that's struggling with infertility, I just want to tell you, I'm sorry that you're going through this journey, but you have somebody who understands and you're not alone. I believe the statistic is something around 1 in 8 couples are dealing with infertility. We just don't really know about it. So you are in good company, and I'm so sorry that you're going through this journey, but I hope that we can walk together through this, or that I can shine a light on some of the things that I learned, that we learned on our journey. And if you didn't see our first video, we do have a child now, but we faced 6 years of infertility. So I wanted to start this channel just to give people a sounding board, or to have somebody who says, me too, and I'm with you. So what do infertile couples want their friends to know? They just can't say it. They can't find the words. They can't figure out a way to express it without offending someone. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do it all for you. If you feel like this is going to be helpful, you could maybe even send this YouTube video to a friend and say, hey, I am not offended by anything that you've said or done to me, but I really don't know how to get my words out. So I think this video might explain some of the things that I'm feeling. What do you think? And I don't ever want to talk about anything that maybe if you're watching this and you've said some of these things or done some of these things or been on the receiving end of these things before, I don't want you to feel targeted or that I was upset with you or angry with you. It's all just a part of the journey. The first thing that your friends want you to know is that they are happy for you when you get pregnant. We don't want anybody to join the club. We really don't. It's almost relieving when someone says that they're having issues, as horrible as that sounds, because you don't feel alone. But you never, never want anyone to feel the emotions, the heartbreak, and all the other things that come along with infertility. Number 2, they're also equally as devastated when you announce that you're pregnant. Every time they scroll and see another ultrasound or another onesie with the date, the due date, or you say, hey, can I give you a call? I want to talk to you about something. Their instant thought, if you're in the stage of possibly having kids, the first thing that comes to their mind is that you're pregnant. And they're trying to prepare themselves to handle the news. They might cry right before you call. They might ignore your call and say, actually, can I talk to you tomorrow? And it could totally not even be about you being pregnant. It could be that you got a job promotion or that there's a new latte at Starbucks. But their mind goes to babies because their mind is always thinking about babies. They're devastated because they want that announcement to be them. But that doesn't mean that they're not happy for you, like I said in number 1. Number 3, they don't want you to forget about them. They know that as soon as you have a baby, your life stage is going to change. So that might mean that your friend group changes, or that might mean that you're going to move on and take care of your baby and not invite them over anymore. And as hard as it would be for them to be around the baby or kids, they still want to be included. because the hardest part about being an infertile couple is that everybody moves on and you're kind of just stuck in time and you don't really know what to do anymore. It kind of just becomes isolating, like you and your spouse. It's also a good bonding experience for you and your husband to come closer together if you focus on the positive and you lean into one another, but it's very isolating for those couples. Number 4, their absence does not mean that they're angry with you or that they don't care. So number 5 kind of bumps up on number 4. They're kind of in conjunction with one another. Please send the baby invitation anyway, the baby shower invitation anyway, even though they probably won't go. So those two kind of go hand in hand. Send the invitation and give them the opportunity to choose not to go. That sounds harsh from both ends. Like, why would I want to send them a baby announcement? I know it's going to hurt their feelings. And this person's going to say, I really don't want to go to that baby shower, even though I know it's going to hurt their feelings. So these are complicated emotions that really don't have a perfect answer. And it's very touchy and it's very sensitive and nobody knows how to navigate it. Even though they're not there, they desperately want you to know that they care and that they want to be there. Or if they show up, I never showed up. That's something that I really regret because I lost a lot of happy moments that I could have spent with family members at their baby showers. I missed out on 5 years worth of baby showers of my friends and family and coworkers. But for those that do show up, if they're quiet in the corner or if they seem off, they're probably just inwardly focused. And I can tell you that they're trying not to be self-centered and self-focused, but with infertility, it kind of just consumes you sometimes. So, number 6, talking about children and babies is very, very touchy, and they might not even know how they're going to respond. You could say all the right things. You can watch all the videos you want on YouTube on what a friend should or shouldn't say, how to be supportive, and even if you say the right thing, that could even rub them the wrong way. If they're undergoing fertility treatments, their hormones are off the charts. There's no way to describe what all of those injections and pills do to your emotions and your body temperature alone. They're not even happy with the temperature in the room. So it's not your fault if you say something and they give you a look or if they start crying. It's just a very, very touchy situation. And they might not know how they're going to respond to something. So when in doubt, do reach out. And don't take the comments or the reactions or the emotions personally. Number 7, if your friend opens up about their journey with fertility or infertility, walk into that conversation with them. Now, you might feel like you're walking in with like a helmet and a shield and like arrows coming at you because you don't know what to say or where to go with it, but just follow their lead. And to piggyback on this, number 8 is they don't want any advice on how to get pregnant. Everything is well-meaning on your end, I'm sure, as a grandparent, as a parent, as a friend who got pregnant rapidly with no issue. And sometimes what infertile couples can encounter is a lot of people just asking them if they've tried things, if they've done this or that, if they've relaxed so that it'll happen. And all of these things are, I believe, attempts on their part of people trying to help out. And really, whenever people see an issue, they're most inclined to help solve it, right? We just want to make it all better. And surely there's got to be an answer. But what is really hard to face in infertility is that sometimes there is no explanation or answer. So just be supportive, walk into that conversation, let your friend lead it. And if it comes up that they have a question or that they say, what do you think? Always be supportive of them and try to take the focus off of, I'm so sorry, this is horrible. try to build them up with some positive things. And I'll address that in a later video about 10 things to say and 10 things not to say. So let's move on. The last one is a really hard one, especially in our circles, because we do believe in Jesus and we are Christians. And this might be hard for a lot of people to hear. And you might have told me this. So I can already assure you, I am not upset with anybody, and I wasn't at the time. I was just offended by the idea. And that is, they don't want to hear the phrase, God's timing. Now let me explain myself. I love the Lord with all of my heart, and I bet your friend does too. But telling them that it's all about God's timing, and maybe last year wasn't God's timing, or the year before that wasn't God's timing, or the year before that even. When people tell you it's not God's timing, it almost feels like God's withholding a gift from you, and you don't know the reason why. For some couples, they might never conceive naturally. So telling them that it's all up to God's timing is spiritually confusing. Before you walk into that saying it's all about God's timing, please, please, please hear my heart that it might offend their spirit, and it might draw that wedge between them and them trusting in the Lord. It might drive that wedge in a little bit deeper. It's not your responsibility what happens after you say that. It's, how they're feeling, if they're in a healthy place to hear that. But I just want to emphasize that this was one of those phrases that just went all over me whenever I was desperately wanting a child. Because I thought, if God gives good gifts to his children, what am I doing wrong? What have I missed? What did I not pray hard enough? Did I not trust? Did I not believe that it was going to happen? Am I not ready? Am I irresponsible? Then they see other couples or individuals who are irresponsible and have no business having children getting pregnant. And it's hard for them to reconcile and understand how the timing was perfect for them, but not perfect for the other person, but not perfect for them. I hope these helped you out. I wanted to make a perfect list of 10, but 9 was what came to my heart. And I guess if I could throw anything out for a number 10 to make it an even list and please my type A personality, your friends want you to know that they are thankful for your support. Thankful that you think about them. Even if you give them unsolicited advice, at least you're reaching out, and at least you're remembering them and keeping them close to your heart. And always, yes, always, 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 they want you to know they truly, truly appreciate your prayers and the fact that you're walking this journey with them. Until next time, I will see you later. I hope you have a great day and you're not alone. See ya.